The 44th presidential election took place on November 8th, 1960. This was a big election because Alaska and Hawaii were finally joined the Union. And let's just see how Dwight D. Eisenhower is doing. Eisenhower helped end the Korean War. He introduced the interstate highway system and helped found NASA and established the Civil Rights Act of 1957 and 1960. Eisenhower had a pretty good presidency, and he chose his vice president, Richard Nixon, to be his successor. And Nixon's biggest opponent was Nelson Rockefeller, the governor of New York. But at the end, Rockefeller dropped out and Nixon won the Republican nomination, picking Henry Cabot Lodge Jr. as his running mate. And the Democrat nomination was pretty fierce, with a three-way race: John F. Kennedy, Hubert Humphrey, and Lyndon B. Johnson trying to get the Democrat nomination. But at the end, Kennedy won the Democrat nomination. And even though Johnson and Kennedy disagreed on a lot of things, Kennedy still chose him to be his running mate. And so, Nixon versus Kennedy, a showdown. Both sides hosted enthusiastic crowds. Nixon promised to campaign in every state. And I mean every state, but he hurt his knee on a car door and he got severely infected, and after recovering, he stayed true to his promise. But Kennedy had Johnson. He was from Texas, and he did pretty well in the South. Since the economy was strong, Nixon and Kennedy often fought about foreign policy, and this was the first election with televised debates. In the first debate, people who were listening on the radio agreed Nixon won, and people who were watching on TV agreed Kennedy won. How come they thought Kennedy won the debate on television? Well, dear viewer, during the televised debate, people saw Nixon sweat, he looked tired, he had a facial stubble, and he was still recovering from his knee injury. He was twitching. Kennedy looked like a chill guy. So that's why Kennedy won the debate. And so, the part you have been waiting for, the results. Drum roll, please. Kennedy won 49.7% of the popular vote, and Nixon won 49.5% of the popular vote. John F. Kennedy won, becoming the 35th President of the United States. Today's shoutouts go to Rendon Draws. Pretty good if you want to watch some good, funny storytime videos. And like and subscribe for more content and watch my other videos.